Hello, everybody. It's your boy, Arrow. And today, I'm coming back at you with another crazy storytime animation. You like what I did there? That was kind of cool. You may have thought that I died or quit YouTube, but no. I'm just slow. A few videos back, I told some stories about how I was very awkward, and it did pretty well, so thank you guys all for the support. Today, I'm going to tell you guys some more stories about some awkward situations, but all of these relate to my attempt at learning Chinese. That's right, this strange red-blooded American can speak Chinese. Well, wait, that's not quite right. That's right, this strange red-blooded American can try his best to speak some Chinese. Fun fact before we get started, did you know that subscribe in Chinese is 订阅? It's just a fun little fact in case anyone wanted to start learning Chinese. In fact, the best way to learn Chinese I've heard is by acting the word out. So, when I say the word in Chinese, you guys should all subscribe. At the age of 11, little Arrow got picked up, carried around the world, and was placed in the middle of China. And do you want to know how much Chinese I knew before moving? Like 4 different phrases. I was very unprepared. One of the first few days after moving into our new apartment in China, my parents received a call from the front office telling them that they would need to go down to the front office and get a copy of the rental agreement. Or something like that. I was 11, I didn't care about paperwork back then. However, both of my parents were busy settling into our new apartment. So what better time to pull the parent card and use unpaid child labor? I remember my mother telling me that it should be a super simple task to get this document. Since it was the office itself that called to ask us to come get this document, they would be expecting us to come get it. And because they knew we were a foreign family, if I walked in, they would see that I was a foreign white kid, they would know to just give the document to me. Don't worry, Arrow. You just need to walk into that lobby, they'll give you the paper, and you should come back up. Should take about 5 minutes, and no talking necessary. It's fine that you don't know how to speak Chinese. Wow, Mom, that sounds super simple and easy. I can for sure do that. Back in this day, I was a lot more confident and willing to try some things in public. This story may have been why that changed a little bit. So, my 11-year-old self was ready to go to the front office and get the document. I walked out of the apartment, walked across the street, and made it to the front office. I'm here!
小弟，你需要帮助吗？我问的是你需要帮助吗？
Help me! Help me!
After standing there awkwardly for about 5 minutes, I just left the office and went home. I remember getting back to the apartment and being pretty upset because it did not go to plan at all. I mean, it kind of makes sense though. It was a flawed plan from the start. I don't know how I would react if someone just walked into my office and started staring at me without saying anything. Hello? I did ask my mom about this story a few years back, and she says that she has zero memory of this happening. But I remember it. I remember it well. After a few years of living in China, my Mandarin eventually got much better. My parents put me in summer tutoring, which was awful by the way. I took Chinese classes in school, which was awful by the way. And honestly, just living in China helped me improve my skills. I like living in China, that was pretty cool. However, that did not stop me from having failures in the Chinese language. If anything, a few years in China gave me some false confidence about my communication skills. Sure, I could order milk tea like a professional. However, sometimes I still didn't understand basic conversations. One day, my friend and I decided to go and visit a Chinese marketplace. I'm going to pause the story right there. Chinese marketplaces are so wonderful. Those markets have little booths that sell anything you want, from food to toys to animals to weapons. And it is so much fun to walk through there. If you ever get a chance, I would highly recommend going. Anyways, while we were at this market, my friend really wanted to find a stall that sold spicy potatoes. But after looking around a bit, we still couldn't find any spicy potatoes. We then realized that we would need to do one of the scariest things known to man. Ask for directions. So, combining the power of our 5 brain cells, we translated the phrase, "Excuse me, where are the spicy potatoes?" into Mandarin, which was, 请问, 辣的葡萄在哪里? For those of you who speak Chinese, you probably already see what went wrong here. We saw a man walking by and he was eating some of the spicy potatoes that we were wanting. So we went up to him and asked, 请问你知道辣的葡萄在哪里？
什么？说啥？你要辣的葡萄？你为什么问我要辣的葡萄？这些奇怪的外国人孩子。
Do you know what that was about? No. Let's ask someone else. 请问你知道辣的葡萄在哪里？ Why are people being weird? Are my tones wrong? La putao. La putao. Putao. Oh my goodness, we've been asking for spicy grapes. Turns out that we were going around this marketplace asking the poor people where the spicy grapes were at. Spicy grapes are not a thing. That would be gross. Okay, I actually looked it up and I saw someone making spicy grapes. But in China, it wasn't a thing. We were just two random foreign kids walking around asking these locals for spicy grapes in the most YeeHaw American sounding Chinese ever. Can you point us to the spicy grapes? It's so bad. I don't know. You can trust that my Chinese eventually got a little bit better. I know what potatoes are now. It's tudo. But yeah, learning the Chinese language is very difficult. I'm still not great at it, but after many years of failing, I eventually got to the point where I could survive in China. So, if any of y'all are out there learning a new language, keep going. I know learning a new language is very intimidating and very scary, and you're going to make a lot of mistakes, but it is so amazing that you get to connect with people. So keep on going. Or as they say in Mandarin, 加油.